have a quick question for you. How important do you think patient volume is to your healthcare practice? At the end of the day, patient volume is what makes or breaks your organization. If you can't sustain a consistent amount of patients coming into your office, you'll lose revenue and eventually have to close your doors. But getting more patients into your waiting room hasn't been more difficult than it is present day. Mega mergers involving CVS, Dignity, Harvard Pilgrim, and Total Healthcare all drew massive headlines throughout the last year, and each of them make it harder for you. So is it even possible to increase your patient volume anymore? The short answer is yes. Hi everyone, I'm Matt Moneypenny, and today we're going to go over how to increase your patient volume in the modern healthcare landscape. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. While you're down there, you might as well hit that alert bell icon as well next to it, so that when we post new helpful content, you get notified. The first way to increase your patient volume is to better identify high-risk patients. High-risk patients are 32% more likely to be hospitalized than any other category of patients. The caveat with this group is they also require the majority of your time and resources. Now, everyone who steps into your office deserves your care. There's no denying that. But with both of these points in mind, if you identify these patients, you'll be able to increase your patient volume. Think about it. Once you've classified all of your patients based on the amount of care that they'll need, you can preemptively target those who require your attention the most before they realize that they need care in the first place. Not to mention that providing care at the right time to this group of patients is essential. The second way to increase your patient volume deals with your presence online. You need to have a modern, fast website. Have you ever gone to a website, physically cringe, and then leave it because it looks super outdated or sketchy? We all have. But if you haven't updated your practice's website within the past decade, I guarantee prospective patients are doing the exact same thing with yours. That's because 83% of patients visit a hospital or practice's website before scheduling an appointment. You want your website to reflect the amazing care that you provide for your patients who come in for their appointment. You don't want it to look like something that's stuck in the early 2000s or even the 90s. Your website as a means to increase your patient volume leads us into our third suggestion. Set up Google My Business. When you're looking for a local company or any website, you visit Google to search for it. That's the same thing that prospective patients are doing as well. Based on that statement, let me ask you one question. If these patients search for doctor near me or healthcare practice, is your practice listed on the first page? If it's not only is it hard for them to find you, they might not even realize that you exist in the first place. But don't worry, you can fix this issue by setting up a Google My Business page. Google My Business provides an area on the right-hand side of its results page to provide useful information to users about businesses that they're searching for. All you have to do is fill out some general information about your practice, and you'll immediately see an increase in traffic on your websites, thus leading to more patients in your waiting room. Next up, we have blogging. Every single minute, 70,000 health-related searches get entered into Google. The problem is that the health information provided isn't always accurate within these search results. Google realized this issue and released a medic update in August of 2018. An important algorithm within this update was called EAT, or EAT. What it does is ranks blogs with expertise, authority, and trustworthiness higher than others. If you're a doctor, you immediately check off all three of those boxes. And as a result, any content you create will rank higher than most websites regarding healthcare searches. So why not harness that power and start blogging? If you do it consistently, you could reach new patients on a global scale. 5 on our list to increase patient volume is using the right social media channels. Social media isn't something you can ignore anymore. And yes, it's something your practice should utilize, as it'll help spread word about your services in an approachable way. The problem is that many of the most popular social media channels have been around for almost a decade by now. That means they're saturated with content and it's hard to stand out. If you're a small practice and your workforce is already stretched thin, you need to choose a social media channel that resonates most with your patient demographic. As an example, if you're a geriatric doctor and the majority of the clients you see are 65 years or older, creating a TikTok won't help you increase your patient volume since 60% of that app's user base are between the ages of 16 and 24. While you're writing blog content and posting on social media, also create a newsletter. Once a patient leaves from your appointment with you, do you stay in contact with them beyond the standard follow-up process? The only time you reach out to your patients doesn't have to be for reminders, insurance, and prescription refills. You can turn your practice into a tight-knit community by staying in contact with them throughout the year with an email newsletter. Once created, send this newsletter to the emails of patients you already have. Also offer ways for people to sign up and receive your newsletter on your new website via a sleek landing page. That way, when people visit your blog posts, they can sign up and eventually turn into new patients. The seventh way to increase your patient volume is to research. Whenever you're short on ideas, you can research strategies that massive hospital organizations have done that worked for them. These organizations have entire teams devoted to getting more clients through their doors. Obviously, you won't be able to do everything that they have done due to budgetary reasons, but you could pull off something on a smaller scale. Looking at what they've done will help you get your wheels turning. Also, visit their website, look at the styling, pay attention to the verbiage and the overall user experience to get ideas for your own website as well. Our final strategy to increase your patient volume is to prepare for more claims. Getting more patients through your door is great, but it also means more claims are headed your way as well. The last thing you'll want to do is implement these strategies, get them working, and then have to turn away your new patients because your practice can't handle the volume. This means you'll have to forecast ahead of time so that you can better prepare your team. Having a website is only a small facet of having a solid online presence. Getting more patient volume through your doors isn't an easy task. If it was, these healthcare mergers wouldn't be happening as much as they have been over the past couple of years. But if you're a small to medium-sized healthcare practice, there are still techniques you can use to increase your patient volume so that you can continue to grow your success. For more information on ways to increase your patient volume, reach out to eTactics. And you already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below.